Hello, my YouTube fram. Perez Hilton here. Fram means friends and family. We are that. I am coming at you from Las Vegas. If you haven't tuned in recently, it's been a couple of days since I made a daily recap video. Things in Vegas have been insane, and I'm doing a lot of things right now outside of the Chippendales show. So, enough preamble. I'm going to get to the problematic, awful YouTubers in a bit, but I want to start off today on a serious note, just sending all of the light to Aretha Franklin. She really is a living legend. I mean, we know her just by her first name, Aretha. She's just 76 years old, but currently, according to CNN, in hospice care. Now, if you don't know what hospice care is, most often that is when a patient who is battling poor health or illness can no longer receive traditional medical care. They are taken to a hospice, or in Aretha's case, she is receiving hospice care at her house, administered by medical professionals, giving her whatever she needs for comfort, most often as people transition to death. She leaves behind an amazing legacy, and it's just sad because we live in a day and age where we hope and expect that people will live healthy lives well into their 80s. But that's not always the case. So every day is a blessed one that we're here and we're healthy. Sending all the love to Aretha's family. Also, an update on DEMI LOVATO. According to the very latest, Demi most likely overdosed on fentanyl-laced oxycodone, oxy, short for that. Like, I don't know how you pronounce it because I don't take that. I don't take anything. I take coffee. But Demi and her shady drug dealer, according to reports, were freebasing this. And the drug dealer did not share the news with Demi that he bought his oxy, allegedly, from Mexico, and it was laced with fentanyl. Same thing, allegedly, that killed Bethany Frankel's boyfriend last week. Same thing that killed Prince. It's a real problem in America. Let's move on to lighter news. From one musician to another, Nicki Minaj is not where she would like to be, I don't think. Nicki just released her new album, and according to the latest projections, Queen is expected to move between 135,000 to 150,000 units its first week. And that's the lingo we have to now use, because move units, that includes streaming as well. Of the 135 to 150K projected first week for Nicki, only about 45 to 50 of that is in pure sales. The rest is just streaming. By comparison, last week Travis Scott moved 537,000 units. And earlier this year, Cardi B moved 225,000 units. In fact, some Cardi B and Lil' Kim fans are streaming the Travis Scott album because it is possible that Travis Scott's album may be #1 for yet another week, blocking Nicki from reaching the #1 spot. In fact, the very latest projections have it holding at #1. And I think this is an orchestrated attempt for attention, and it worked. Nicki and her ex-boyfriend, Safari Samuels of Love and Hip Hop, infamy, were going at it on Twitter today. I'm almost certain this was planned for attention and orchestrated. Like, she may have even paid him. I don't know. Because Nicki's doing everything she can to get attention because she needs to. Because it's a very lackluster debut for Nicki Minaj, sadly. That's kind of what happens when you don't have a hit song off your album. I mean, even Taylor Swift had a hit song off Reputation. Not a monster hit, but Look What You Made Me Do did go #1. Just saying. And also, since we mentioned Taylor Swift, her album sold over 1 million its first week. Sold in pure sales. In more music-related news, this did not surprise me, but did it sadden me? It saddened me because children are involved. Kanye West released a song in which he says that he wants to have sex with his sister-in-laws, the Kardashian sisters. I mean, I like that Kanye is releasing random one-off songs, but Mason Disick, Kourtney's eldest, is now almost 9 years old. I'm sure that kid probably knows all the lyrics to all the new Kanye West songs and has friends that know things. Like, how do you even have a conversation like, oh, Uncle Kanye is just joking? I mean, do they even talk about it? Like, there's just so many things. Like, I feel so bad for all those Kardashian kids. And I'm sure people probably say the same about mine, but you don't have to. My kids are great. They're solid. They're normal. I mean, I want that for the Kardashian kids. I sincerely wish them the best, and I'm just keeping the kids in my mind. Speaking of the Kardashian sisters, Khloé Kardashian is setting the record straight about her baby daddy, Tristan Thompson. At her sister Kylie's 21st birthday party, Khloé was drinking from a cup that said "It's complicated," as opposed to a cup that said "Single or Taken." Not only that, Khloé just this weekend went on vacation with Tristan Thompson to Mexico on the heels of a cheating allegation from last week. Let me tell you something about Khloé Kardashian, or just a lot of people in general. Khloé and most of us, when we are told we can't do something, we dig our heels in. And Khloé is a fixer. Khloé thinks she can fix Tristan Thompson, just like she thought she could fix Lamar Odom. And on top of that, she has a kid with him. So whether you like it or not, Khloé is sticking with cheating Tristan Thompson. And because of her age, because of her past relationships with men, I'm going to guess that she's trying to get pregnant right now and wants to have at least a second baby with Tristan before she kicks him to the curb. Even if he cheats again. If he cheats again, she will need proof. Like, I don't think she'll believe it. Like this report from last week about him and some woman in Toronto, she's probably like, oh, the fake news media, probably not having any of it. Oh, Coco. On to some crazy news. The new season of Celebrity Big Brother kicks off Thursday night in the UK, and mind blown here. According to multiple reports, Kirstie Alley is joining the cast. I wish I was on this season so badly, because I would not cut her any slack. I would question her hardcore about Scientology, about Xenu, about Tom Cruise not seeing Suri, about why you have to cut off contact with family members that leave the church, about why the Church of Scientology is explicitly anti-gay. Google it. I would also talk to her about Trump and her being a Trump supporter and why. I would have given anything to be in that house with her. And some other really good people like Natalie Nunn from the Bad Girls Club, whom I love, and Stormy Daniels of Donald Trump infamy. It should be interesting to see if Stormy and Kirstie go at it. But it's also kind of sad that Kirstie's doing it. Like, I would say Kirstie at one point was a solid B or B minus list celebrity. I've always been a D-lister or an F-lister or maybe even a Z-lister, but I got that nice paycheck. It's kind of sad that Kirstie's doing it. I think it's awesome for Stormi. And I may or may not have reached out to a couple of the people I know who are doing the show, including some of the Brits, and given them some advice, which is to take anxiety medication and sleeping pills. I needed that. I wish I would have known ahead of time. I could barely sleep in the Big Brother house the first 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks, I finally just needed sleeping pills, so I had their doctor prescribe them to me, and it made such a difference. I was going insane, like legitimately going cuckoo, cuckoo. I mean, even Louis Tomlinson from One Direction sent out a tweet saying that I needed to go to the loony bin, and he was not far off. In more wacky news, Donald Trump has attacked Omarosa for her tell-all book, calling her a dog. Which to me just illustrates explicitly Donald Trump's limited vocabulary and that his whole worldview is steeped in racism. A smarter person would have insulted Omarosa a better way and not referred to her as a dog, something that could be inferred racially. You know, dogs have masters, have owners. You know, there's so many other things he could have used to discredit her instead of calling her a dog. Omarosa is alleging that in the new book, many things today we're finding out that it was uncomfortable for her to watch Donald's relationship with Ivanka and that he covets his daughter. Duh. He's pretty much told us that himself. Also, even though Donald Trump has denied this, there have now been several, including Omarosa and Tom Arnold, Apprentice alums that claim that Donald Trump has either used the N-word or racially insensitive language. The latest is illusionist PENN JILLETTE, who claims that Donald Trump used racially insensitive language. He does not specify what that language was because he doesn't want to misquote Donald Trump. But wow. At first I thought, well, if there was a tape, it would be released by now. But now that there's at least 3 or more people saying Donald Trump said racist things on The Apprentice, it's that old saying, where there's smoke, there's fire. Right? In more wacky news, Tyrese is practically broke. He says that he just has $130,000 to his name. This dude, at one point, was making $180,000 a month and has been in the show business industry for nearly 20 years. How do you only have $100? I mean, you just spent a lot and not saved a lot. That's like my worst nightmare. That's why I am super thrifty and money obsessed. I want to keep as many bills as possible for the future because you never know what's going to happen. So because Tyrese has so little money left, he's asking a judge to not have him pay his ex's legal fees, which he has to pay, and also is claiming that because his ex filed, quote, false domestic abuse allegations against him, that has hurt his career. I don't think they were ever proven false. Anyways, Elon Musk says that he has never even met Azealia Banks after Azealia Banks made a lot of wacky allegations against him, which that kind of ends the story. I don't believe anything Azealia Banks says. She's a former rapper turned professional troll who has repeatedly been caught lying and making up things for attention. It's like the perfect time of the day here in Vegas. It's not hot. It's beautiful. I'm so happy. Bella Thorne, speaking of wacky, has released a makeup line which if you're a clown, you will love, because this palette is not for your average lady or fella. And the community of beauty aficionados had a field day with the THORNE palette, which also is selling for $68. I need to get into the makeup business. Yo, if anybody wants to get into the makeup business with me, hit me up. I am very easily reached. Also, Sam Smith was trending today for saying that he is not a fan of Michael Jackson's music. Well, insulting Michael Jackson is like going after Beyonce. Whoo! They let him have it. But you know what? Music is subjective. Sam Smith doesn't need to like Michael Jackson. Okay? Speaking of Michael Jackson, his daughter, Paris, has formed a new band. Following her dad's footsteps, most likely 99% will never achieve a fraction of his success as a musician, but who cares? She's rich. She can do whatever she wants. That's my dream, to have FU money and just do whatever makes me happy. Have the time to invest my resources and spirit in whatever elevates me. Iggy Azalea has been dumped by NFL star DeAndre Hopkins because he was unhappy with her Instagram photos. I say post whatever risque shots you want if it makes you happy, and it's clearly paying her bills. Didn't he know who he was signing up for beforehand? In more couples news, Robin Wright is married. Congratulations to the House of Cards star. She married some French dude, kept that real DL. Also, Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin have no plans to get married until next year. Smart. Take-along engagement. Also, a newly unearthed blog from Meghan Markle from 4 years ago has her talking about wanting to be a princess. Hashtag goals. She made that come true. I will have a link to that and everything I talk about down below. So make sure you click on the links in the more description to check that out. Some TV news. Designing Women, a revival is in the works. Most likely a reboot, not with the original cast. A lot of the members have passed away, very sadly. And now, on to the title of this video, which I saved for last because YouTuber Laura Lee is a beauty vlogger with over 5 million followers, or right around there. Don't quote me on it. It might just be under 5 million. She's got a lot of followers on YouTube, Laura Lee. I'm just surprised that there's so many makeup vloggers and that market is not saturated. Like, people love watching makeup videos. I mean, and what are they doing new that hasn't already been done before? I don't get it. Explain it to me down below. Anyways, let me find exactly what she said. An old tweet of hers has gone viral, and Laura Lee had said, I think it's okay. This is what she said. Tip for all black people: if you pull up your pants up, you can run faster from the police. Hashtag you're welcome. And she said other tweets that were problematic. She has apologized for them. Jeffree Star, whom Shane Dawson attempted to whitewash and con us into believing that he is, it's getting real dark in here, that he is really changed and really, I mean, listen, he's changed. We all change. Every day we're alive and getting older, we change. But just today, he's like, "Good morning. What are you all sipping on?" Jeffree Star said. "The truth always comes out. There's still so much more to be revealed. And he also then said on Snapchat, "I love karma. I've been getting asked a lot, are you ever going to tell your side of the story? I don't think I have to." The reality of it all is that Jeffree Star has his own racist past. Jeffree Star was racist up until recently, when he started getting mainstream success. And if the beauty industry has shown us anything, it's that they're very forgiving. So Laura Lee probably won't suffer any damage to her career for being racist in the past. Just like other controversial beauty guru Gabriel Zamora, likely won't either. He old tweets using the N-word resurfaced and has apologized today too. I've never been racist. I was a douchebag in the past, but not a racist. I mean, can you really stop being a racist? Like, you can learn, maybe I shouldn't say my racist things. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I guess he must have said those things. Maybe people say those things so they're the product of their upbringings. Like, oh. My point being, Jeffree being gleeful about this woman, glass houses, stones, his drama with just Kat Von D just a couple weeks ago. He's a drama queen, and I don't believe this total evolution yet. Anyways, Countess Luann, there's just so much. I'm going to end on Countess Luann because I don't want this video to go on forever. Wrapping it up with Countess Luann, who says that she relapsed after being betrayed by her first husband and children. She wasn't betrayed by them. She did something that she was not supposed to, trying to sell the family home when she shouldn't have done that. I'm just so nervous for my Friday big announcement. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. I covered a lot. This week has been killing me. Just doing so much. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment, share, follow, subscribe here if you're not yet. I post videos every day. Follow my family channel. I post videos there every day. Follow me on Instagram. Get a cameo from me. Stay beautiful. I love you.